Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, everybody. It's Doc Swiner. Hope you're doing well today. Let's turn our camera around. Hey! Hello. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Let's see if we can get a couple of our friends to join in. Hey, I see some of our friends joining in. Welcome. Thanks for the hearts already. We love hearts. Hearts. Good. So, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, among other things. But, as I talk about this whole Superwoman complex, etc., I like to talk about mental health in particular because it affects, all over health, spiritual, physical, emotional, medical. So I talk and focus on mental health a lot. But particularly for this month, I wanted to start off with, and welcome, by the way, if this is your first time, I'm Doc Swiner. I'm a full-time family medicine doc here in Durham, North Carolina. Hey, how are you? Is this your first time, Carlos? Hello. Full-time family doc. I see my cousin Wanda coming on, and author, writer, mom, wife, all that good stuff. But I published my book last year called How to Avoid the Superwoman Complex, and book number 2. Yay! It's Carlos's first time. Welcome. Make sure you share this with your Twitter and your Periscope followers. And if you swipe, I believe if you swipe to the left or swipe back the opposite way, up or down, you'll see it says share with your Twitter followers or share with your followers, and that increases our viewership, which I really, really appreciate. But welcome. I'm glad to have a guy on. I like to have my guys in the house too because, I talk about the Superwoman complex and that clearly has to do with my ladies, but I love to have men chime in and give us their perspective on some of these things that, we talk and complain about just to see what they feel about it. So thanks for joining, and thanks to everyone for coming in. But we're going to talk about some of the myths of mental health. Hi, Carla. Thanks for joining and thanks for sharing on Twitter. Thank you so much for inviting followers. So again, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm all about mental health and being happy and healthy and preventative in terms of things that thanks for joining and inviting followers, Wanda. So we're going to focus a little bit on that today. And I'm going to talk about some myths. There are a lot of misconceptions, a lot of a lot of wrong information that either we tell each other or we grew up believing, or whatever. We read something online. Hi, welcome. That is just wrong about mental health. And mental health spans, everything from depression to anxiety to bipolar disorder to schizophrenia to seasonal affective disorder to you name it. It all is included in that. And there are multiple ways to treat and understand these things. So let's talk about it a little bit. I was going to do a little pop quiz for y'all. So for my folks that are on now, I felt ashamed. Oh, that's okay. Let's talk about it. So let's do some true false for me. Let's see if y'all can get some of these answers right. So my first myth that I like to talk about, hi Leslie, welcome, this is myth number 1. Hi Auntie Judy. So one myth that's out there a lot, which might be true or false, and I want you to let me know if it's true or false. You have to be crazy to be depressed or have anxiety. True or false? You got to be crazy to have one of these mental health. False. Very good, Miss Leslie. False. Good. False. Good. I never use the word crazy in practice. That's inappropriate. So your doctor should never tell you you're crazy. But even if you feel crazy, some of these things really need to be addressed. So if you feel like, something just isn't right, your chemistry is off, your mood is always too hyper or too low, you're having trouble sleeping, whether that's more sleep, less sleep than usual. If you're just not feeling good, your mood is just off for a certain amount of time. Generally 6 weeks is like the cutoff period to say, something just not, something ain't right. Go and talk about it. You are not crazy. You may be dealing with some external stressors that are causing you some changes. You may be dealing with some hormonal issues that might be causing you some changes. Hey, Miss Joyce, nice to see you. Miss Joyce has a medical background, so she might know a lot of these answers. Hey, S.L. Lawrence, thanks for joining. Please continue to invite followers and share, but we're just getting into some myth busting. So the first one that we busted, thanks for the hearts, was you have to be crazy to have depression and anxiety. No, you do not. That's absolutely false. So even though you may feel crazy, go and talk to somebody about how you're feeling, because it actually could be a clinical diagnosis and a way to feel better. All right, you ready for the second one? All right. Mental health disorders are hereditary. True or false? True or false? Let's see. Let's see if y'all going to answer. True, yes. Carla and Wanda say true. Joyce says true, true, true. Perfect. True, true, and more true. Some are more hereditary than others. But yes, clearly having a family history of bipolar. Yes, Miss Leslie. Bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia in some cases can be very hereditary. So know your family history. Talk to your elders and say, hey, did grandma, did grandpa, did auntie, did uncle, do we have this? Thanks for the hearts again. Do we have this in our family history? Is this something that I need to be aware of for me, for my children, so that if I start to notice some changes, I can, go talk to my doctor, my pastor, my therapist about this and make sure that I'm okay. So yes, the second myth is actually true. These mental health disorders can be hereditary. All right. When's the love for anxiety made you feel worse? Okay. Good questions to ask dating to marriage. That's very good. Yep. Speak for, yeah. Sometimes medications, if you don't pick the right medicine, number one, and we'll get to that. But so let's keep that one that you just mentioned, speak for. And yes, Joyce, you may want to go ahead and ask that early on in the relationship because, it's important. All right. Here's the third myth. All right. Schizophrenia is the same thing as multiple personality disorder. True or false? Schizophrenia is the same thing as having multiple personalities. False, false, good, false. Thank you. I don't know why we have all these movies in Hollywood, right? We have all these movies, or I think we just throw out multiple personalities or schizophrenia in the same sentence easily. They're not the same thing. They're very different. They're both mental health psychiatric disorders, treated completely differently and have different symptoms. So I can't even come up with a movie right now, but, movies that depict people who have, they have multiple personalities that literally they live with and that they turn into. That has nothing to do with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a very isolating type of a disorder and is much different. So good. Sybil. Thank you, Joyce. That's right. Sybil. I was saying that was an old school movie like from the 70s or 80s. Sybil. Sybil did not have schizophrenia. She had multiple personality disorder, two separate things. Good. Y'all doing good. All right. Here's the next myth. The best treatment is always medication for mental health disorders. You should always be on medication if you have a medical or mental health disorder. What do y'all think? True or false? Ms. Joyce says false. All right. Who else? Thanks for joining. For other folks who have come on, nope. Wanda says no. We're talking about the best treatment is always medication for mental health disorders. Okay. See some hearts. Thanks, guys, for the hearts. All right. Let me get one more answer. What do you think? Are medications always the answer for mental health disorders? That includes ADHD, ADD. Are medications always the answer? Okay. Won't make you wait too long. So my young ladies were correct. That is false. That is false. We know that with the majority of mental health disorders, medications and therapy and treatment go hand in hand. I tend to believe that therapy and counseling is probably a little bit more important than medication. Now, it's not to say that medications cannot be used. One of our listeners said that they were on Zoloft and that made her anxiety or his or her anxiety worse. Absolutely. You have to make sure that you talk to the right person and they have the diagnosis, the right diagnosis, so they can pick the right medicines. And even if you do start a medications are not evil. You don't have to be on medications for the rest of your life, but there may be a period in time where you need that hormonal, that chemical balance. Hey, Dr. B. Smith, welcome. You need that balance to help you for a couple of months, a year, whatever, and then you can come off. But the other thing that we know about medications, hey, lady, is the wonderful B. Smith in the house, y'all. # be inspired. We also know that with medications, if at first you don't succeed, try again. There will be that one out there that will. Thanks for inviting followers and sharing on Twitter. See, she knows how to do it. Thanks for you guys that have already done that too. So if Zoloft didn't work, then maybe Prozac will, maybe Paxil will, maybe Lexapro. There have been many studies. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. Many studies that show that eventually there will be one that matches your chemistry. Okay. So again, for those guys that are just joining, we're myth busting about mental health today for mental health awareness. The one that we just finished was the best treatment or the only treatment for mental health disorders is medication. That is false, but medications are not evil. They can be very, very helpful. Do what you got to do. If you got to take care of some things and get it together for a while, then just do what you got to do. All right, you ready? Here's my last one, myth busting for mental health. Drugs and alcohol actually help mental health disorders. Drugs and alcohol help mental health disorders. That one's kind of easy. True or false? True or false? Thanks for the hearts, guys. What do you think? Drugs and alcohol can make it better. Absolutely. Right. No, false, X. Right. Do not mix drugs and alcohol with untreated depression, untreated ADD. Treated, particularly if you're being treated. If you're on some of these medications, correct, Ellen Mold. False, 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 false. It can actually be very dangerous, sometimes even fatal, to, number one, be self-medicating. So some of us self-medicate. You know, we're depressed, we're anxious, we feel worked up, we don't feel right. We're putting on top of that illegal or unnatural substances and alcohol, and that absolutely makes things worse. But especially if you're on medication for these disorders, do not mix in stuff you know you're not supposed to be putting in your body, because it can counteract with your medication and make you feel worse. So don't do that. Go and talk to your doc and get checked out. Elephant sat on my chest. Yep. So Speak For is mentioning anxiety making him or her feel like an elephant sitting on the chest. Yes. So that's another myth, maybe, is you know, that feeling of having a heart attack or feeling like you're short of breath, like some pressures on your chest. That absolutely can come from a mental health disorder, or having too much anxiety, feeling a lot of pressure emotionally can feel like you're having physical pressure. So I'm praying that hopefully you're getting some help. Okay, guys, so I have a prize for you. And some of you actually have already done the thing that you need to do to win this prize. So Mother's Day is coming up this weekend, right? I have a special Mother's Day package that I'm running. So if you haven't gotten that Mother's Day gift for your special moms in your life, I'm running a Super Mom package deal, which includes a free book of how to avoid the Superwoman complex. Book number 2 coming out this summer, a follow-up visit. You'll get a pre-order for that. I think, so to back up, actually, you'll get either a free printed copy of How to Avoid the Superwoman Complex, which is the first book, or an audio copy of that for free. Pre-order for the second book coming out this summer. A nice relaxing candle. A Spa JLK box, which is a box from my friend Candy with Spa JLK. Hi, Craft Courtney. That has some free gifts in it. And we'll throw in a sleep serum, a Superwoman sleep serum, which has some melatonin and lavender and primrose oil in it. It's for $35 until Mother's Day, but thank you. Thank you. Wanda says she tried the sleep scrub. You like it? Thank you. Wait, was that the sleep serum or the in the Spa JLK box? Which one? I'm trying to take credit. It may not be even the sleep serum, but the person that actually shared and tweeted this out to the followers was the winner, and I think that was Miss Carla Nunn. Carla Nunn wins the prize, okay? But for you guys that want to purchase the Super Mom package for those moms in your life or yourself, you can email us at Amy, A-M-Y, you know what? Let me write it down. Amy.Swiner, yay, Carla, publishing. I got you, Carla Nunn. Company, I should have written this down first, at gmail.com. If you want the package deal, $35 for all that cool stuff. Can you see it? Thank you. I love you too, Miss Carla. Amy.Swiner Publishing Company at gmail.com. Let us know and we'll get it to you. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining, and I love the hearts. Please share and tweet this out to your followers. Had a wonderful time myth-busting some mental health disorders. Please go get yourself checked out. Go talk to somebody. Get yourself together so we can stay healthy and happy, okay? This weekend, I hope to also do No Superwoman Saturday or Sunday, so stay tuned. We'll talk about some other fun things, relaxing things, and I hope to see y'all very soon, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.